Hey guys, we're back for another video, and today we're reacting to Martinez twins leaving Team 10. Okay? So we're just gonna get in right into the video. So let's get.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to X List. I'm your host, Treno, and today we're going to be looking at 10 reasons why the Martinez twins left Team 10 just a while ago. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with the news on YouTube, the Martinez twins had just announced that they left Team 10, and all of the drama surrounding this has been going on for about a week now, and they just recently released a video telling everybody why they left. Today, I'm going to be breaking out 10 of the reasons why they left Team 10 and explaining all what happened. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. So the Martinez twins lived in the Team 10 house for about 8 months. Every Team 10 member and fan knew who they were, and they eventually just had enough. They moved all the way out from Spain to live with Jake Paul and the Team 10 members. They seemed like they had a good time on video, but when you take a look back at it, they got bullied a lot by Jake Paul, and eventually just last week, they thought they had enough, so they just moved out of the house completely, and they just now came out with a video explaining about what happened and why they left. So I'm going to be breaking that down to you guys in today's video. So coming in at our number 10 spot, this all started before they even moved into the Team 10 house. Before they set everything up and moved out to LA, they called Jake and the Team 10 manager and all of those higher up people over there, and they asked if they could have their own bedroom just for more privacy and things of that sort inside the Team 10 house. Of course they said yes, just so they could move out there. And once they got there, they learned that they were not going to have their own bedroom, and they actually had to live in the living room for most of the time being in that 10-10 house. And that was kind of the first thing to kick off the reasons why they just didn't want to live in the Team 10 house, and eventually them leaving Team 10. Moving along into our number 9 spot, this has to do with Jake Paul pranking them pretty much every day they lived in the Team 10 house. Now, not only did they not have a bedroom, they eventually did get to move into Chance and Anthony's bedroom, but that did not stop the madness. Not only did they really not get any privacy living in that bedroom, they also didn't get locks on their doors. So pretty much every morning since Jake Paul got up before everybody else, he would go into their bedroom because they didn't have any locks, and he would just prank them pretty much every day. That would be throwing silly string at them, just completely almost bullying them while they slept. And even one time Jake came into the room and handcuffed both of them to the bed. Now that is a little far more than pranking. I think that falls into the category of bullying, and that's just not acceptable if you're trying to live in a house with a bunch of people. What's up, bro? Jake, no,
It's good. I had to do this like the other day. Your brother can help you out because I don't know where the keys are.
Where are the keys?
We only know if we ask DJ Khaled.
So moving along into our number 8 spot, this still has to do with not having a bedroom or the lack of privacy and all of that in the Team 10 house. They eventually took it upon themselves to ask Nick Crompton if they could move out into an apartment and still come to the Team 10 house every day, but living in that apartment would allow them to have more privacy, take showers and things of that sort, sleep in peace, all of that good stuff without being bothered by Jake Paul while they slept. Of course, Jake Paul found out about this later on, and he got super pissed with the Martinez twins, and he did not let them move out at all. That was one of the biggest reasons on this list why they eventually left the Team 10 house, because of that lack of privacy, and Jake Paul didn't even let them move out of the house or else they were going to be kicked out of Team 10. Moving along into our number 7 spot, so after all the fiasco went down with them trying to leave the Team 10 house, but they were going to get kicked out, they took it upon themselves to ask Jake Paul if they could build their own room inside.
If you're Jake Paul, unsubscribe to him because Martinez twins are getting bullied by Jake Paul.
The Team 10 house. Jake Paul was actually pretty okay with this. He really didn't care, but they later on found out that it was actually illegal to build another room inside of a house. I don't really know the laws behind that, but they found out it was illegal, so they had to get it torn down. Now, Jake told them that he was going to have a professional tear the whole room down. They were going to have all their stuff kept without being destroyed, but once they left for Spain to go back for a little bit, Jake lied to him, and Jake destroyed their entire room by himself. They destroyed all the fan art, the beds, everything inside their room. He took a sledgehammer and a saw and just destroyed their entire room. Now that is so messed up, and that played another huge factor in why they left Team 10.
Martinez, I'm home! Woo! This is fun, man. And we were like so pissed. I was in Spain. We were in Spain having fun with our family, and like he destroyed our room and he destroyed our fan wall. Like why? I was like, Like what the hell are you?
Coming into our number 6 spot, the bullying got progressively worse as they lived in the Team 10 house. Now, originally when they moved into the Team 10 house, Jake Paul was super nice to him. He did everything they asked, but as they lived in the Team 10 house and the months started passing, he progressively kept getting meaner and meaner. He would call them names because they didn't know a lot of English, so behind their backs, they called them names and things of that sort. They cussed them out in English, and they really just didn't know a lot of English, so they really didn't know what they were saying on camera and things of that sort. But once they started to learn more English, they saw some of the videos where they were just making fun of them completely, and that actually made them really mad, and eventually they wanted to leave Team 10. But it's just crazy because they looked at Jake Paul like a brother, and he ended up turning around and doing this. I just can't believe what they did.
Wake up! Oh, hey! Oh my God! Oh, hey! Yo! Oh my God! Chill, bro! Oh, Good morning. Why does everyone say both my first and last name? Wake up, Martinez! No.
Moving along into our number 5 spot, this kind of plays in with the number 6 spot. Jake Paul was very racist towards them, and he made fun of them for being Spanish and all of that. Now, throughout videos, if they didn't do something right, Jake Paul would call them beaners. That is a racial slur for Mexicans. Even though they weren't Mexican, they were still Spanish. And eventually, Jake Paul just started calling them Martiners. That would be Martiners and beaners combined into one word. And they got super upset about this, and nobody actually said anything about it. They were super upset about it, but nobody really told Jake to stop doing it. And they said in their video exposing Jake Paul, they said this was probably the biggest reason why they left the Team 10 house, because so many people were calling them beaners, and it just got on their nerves so much. So moving down to our number 4 spot, since they came all the way to the United States from Spain, they didn't know a lot of English. Their first time coming to the United States, they haven't spoke a lick of English since they got there, and Jake Paul actually wouldn't let them get a teacher to learn how to speak English a lot better. Now, I really don't know how they learn English, because right now they speak pretty good English. It's not the best, but they still know how to speak English, so I'm really not sure what went down there. But Jake Paul actually wouldn't let them go out and get their own teacher to learn how to speak Spanish like everybody else. This probably has to do with the fact that Jake Paul liked to talk behind their backs, since they didn't know what he was talking about, since they couldn't speak English. I think that had to play a major role in this. Moving along into our number 3 spot is a very scummy move by Jake Paul and some of the Team 10 members. Now, since they didn't have visas into the United States, Jake Paul told them that they could not get bank accounts. They later found out that is not true, and Jake Paul pretty much lied to them and took so much of their money from their videos, and it is so messed up because their mom in Spain is actually pretty poor, and all of the money they were going to make was going to go to her instead of themselves, and Jake Paul took all of that money for himself, basically lying to them and stealing from them at the same time. That is just so messed up because all the money that they were making was going to go to their mom in Spain to help out their family there, and Jake Paul just took all of that away from them. Moving along down into our number 2 spot, Jake Paul actually forced them to be in pretty much every one of his videos. Now, he only did this for the Martinez twins. Everybody else, they could really just be in his videos whenever they wanted to. They didn't have to especially be in his videos. That wasn't the case for the Martinez twins. Jake said he wanted diversity in his videos. That way, he picked the Martinez twins to be in every video. Now, if they didn't appear in every video, he said he was going to actually fine them. I don't really know what the fine was going to be, but he eventually said he might kick them out of Team 10 if he didn't comply with him. That is just so messed up, and I don't know why he didn't do that with everybody else. That just again shows him taking advantage of them. Now, moving into our number 1 spot, Jake Paul just overall took advantage of them. Although he was their manager and they had to sign a contract and all of that good stuff, they considered him as a best friend or a brother. They even got some of these same tattoos as he did, and they just overall took advantage of the Martinez twins in general. Anything they wanted done, they had to do it or they would be kicked out of Team 10. Now, yes, you can argue that that's how a contract goes, but he was more of a boss than he was a content creator for the Team 10 house. He pretty much bossed them around. They had to go out and buy him food and all of that stuff. They explained all of this in their video, and he just wasn't a very good friend to the Martinez twins. That is another big reason why they left the house. Jake Paul not only took advantage of them, but they didn't treat them right. They didn't get their own room. All of that stuff that I talked about in today's video is main reasons why they left the Team 10 house and Team 10 for good. So guys, that is 10 reasons why the Martinez twins left Team 10 and the Team 10 house. I hope you guys did enjoy. Now, there was some news going down that they might actually join Rice Gum, FaZe Banks, and all of them in the Cloud House. That would just be another group of people coming over from Team 10 to the Cloud House. Alyssa Violet was the first to do it. Now the Martinez twins could very well be moving in with them anytime soon. So it definitely seems like Cloud Gang is going to be taking over Team 10 as far as subscribers and things of that sort go.
So that's going to be all for today, and if you enjoyed don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And that will be all for today. So, peace out.